On EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From State Farm Arena, tonight it's the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Boston Celtics. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, his range is as soon as he steps over the half-court line. He can shoot the ball from that far and will shoot the ball from that far, which goes to show you how confident he is. Secondly, he never seems to be squared up towards the basket. He can make shots off different angles, and he's able to take the ball and put it into pockets where as a defender, it makes you lunge towards it. But his quick hand speed combined with that quick release and his ability to shoot the ball from anywhere and everywhere on the court makes him one of the most dynamic scorers we've seen on the collegiate level for a very long time.
Hayward to Irving. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's Atlanta ball. Jay, it wasn't that long ago. Atlanta won 60 games. Right now, what's the outlook for this franchise?
Well, the general manager, Travis Schlenk, has done a really good job in trying to build the culture, their white culture for the Atlanta Hawks, and that starts with their head coach in Lloyd Pierce. He got him as an assistant coach with the Philadelphia 76ers, and now he can also steal that tagline for the Hawks. It's time to trust the process all over again, but now in Atlanta, Georgia.
Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Trae Young to Kent Bazemore. Driving right to the basket. Oh, Baines with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Irving. Hayward. To Irving. Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala both on and off the court.
Trae Young. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. So this remains Hawks basketball. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it. On the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Rozier with it. Leads just a point. To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. From long range, Brown with the 3 with a hand in his face.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Hawks with the basketball. Lynn. To Kevin Huerter. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Dwayne Denver, his career 69% at the line. First one goes down. enough to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Lynn with it. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Deep right corner to Jeremy Lin. Goes to the right side. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Lynn to Kevin Huerter. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Marcus Smart at the line for 2 shots. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And hits the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Celtics have the lead. Second quarter set to begin. Some impressive shooting numbers. Jay, is that good offense, or is it, dare we say, bad defense?
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
Shot from the lane won't go. Lynn with it. Down 6. Jay, Celtics last year, they make the 7th game of the East Finals without Gordon Hayward, without Kyrie Irving. Brad Stevens now, it's a good challenge to have. He has a lot of players to incorporate.
And it's a great challenge for a genius coach like Brad Stevens. The biggest issue for the Celtics is that they cannot believe the hype, Ed. I've been a guy that stated I think they're going to win the whole thing next year, but they can't drink the Kool-Aid from the media. And I will say this, when you have guys on your team like Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, I think they will push the younger guys to really help them exceed expectations. That's going to be key.
Lynn to Kevin Huerter. Trying to cash in. The shot almost.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. Fires the 3. Missed it. Irving into the front court. His team on top by 8. To Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward to Irving. Has a chance. And he's going to the line to shoot.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. The Hawks will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Trae Young to Kent Bazemore. To Trae Young. Down to 5 on the 24. Oh, it took a little longer than Celtics fans would have liked, but Jay, they re-signed Marcus Smart. You look at what he brings. He's a modern-day defender with some throwback qualities as well.
He reminds me a lot of Dennis Johnson that used to play for those late Celtic teams. He's the guy that will get in your face, who will pick you up full court. Even if you switch off and he's guarding a 4, he'll battle behind the 4, push him off the block. There's no doubt about it. The DNA of this team starts with Marcus Smart and also Marcus Morris. These are the 2 toughest players on the Celtics organization.
And scores.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him, make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Trae Young, down low Collins. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
To Hayward. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Lynn. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
The follow won't go either. Lynn with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. Knocked loose. And the finish, slam dunk.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Kyrie across the timeline. The lead is 12. Here's a chance from long range. He was all over it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't. Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. With the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
2 for 2 on that trip.
Good shot, boy. Celtics.
So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
First half in the books. The Celtics way out in front.
Thanks, Ed. The Celtics. Certainly I'm putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Hawks have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Steals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Marcus Smart was like a magician on the hardwood, consistently fooling the ball handler and creating a ton of extra possessions for his team.
Who was cold?
Bazemore laid enough bricks to earn a job in construction. Newsflash, you're not on fire. Pass the ball. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
first half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Boston with the basketball. To Marcus Smart. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Hawks coming off a 24-win season, Jay, but not one, not two, but 3 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, they got a big-time shooter in Kevin Huerter from Maryland. They got Omari Spellman, who won a national championship with Villanova, highly utilized in pick and pop. And then they got a very polarizing pick in Trae Young, who set college basketball on fire, one of the most gifted scorers you have in this draft.
To Ken Bazemore. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Aaron Baines powers it through.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Marcus Smart. Off the assist.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Hayward. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
You know, I just want to thank the man above for allowing a guy like Gordon Hayward, after that horrific, awful injury he had in opening night. So good to see my dude back on the floor and doing his thing, finally healthy.
The assist from number 24.
Screen come.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a shot up off the mark. Celtics come away with it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Aaron Baines trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Lynn with it. Looking to make something happen. Beyond the arc for 3. Jeremy Lin locked in on that one.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Kevin Huerter at the line. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Irving. Hayward. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Shot from the lane won't go. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. Irving.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Able to convert inside.
That's what you like, that rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Trae Young to Lin. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. From the painted area, won't go down. Trae Young to Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Irving to Jaylen Brown. Oh, I missed a short one there. He was all over him. Missed the shot, no free throws. That ends the third quarter. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
He reminds me a lot of Mike Miller. Both players around 6'7", 6'8", have unlimited range and also can be utilized as a secondary ball handler. You got to think now about that backcourt for the Hawks organization. Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, ooh, that sounds like the backcourt of the future. They could hurt a lot of people. Well, maybe not hurt, but maybe in time. You know, maybe a little bit in time. Just be patient, Hawks fans. Be patient.
Brown with it up top. The advantage is 13 points. To Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's now 4 for 6.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Rotate.
Trae Young to Lin. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Can't miss those.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Hayward to Rozier. Boston with 4 to shoot. Knocks it down from mid-range. Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for the Boston Celtics.
Trae Young. To Kevin Huerter.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
4-3. That won't go. Irving with the basketball. His guy's up by 15. Screen coming. Irving. Oh, emphatic slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Trae Young. And he drains it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Celtics have it. Surveys the floor. Irving. No good. That's great defense. To Trae Young. And Boston has the rebound. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Irving. Textbook defense. Trae Young. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute.
Lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Hayward.
Into the game for the Atlanta Hawks, number 14.
Irving. Can't connect from inside. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Hits the free throw. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics. The Hawks really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Check out the leading scorers for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Baines wasn't satisfied with just getting steals. He had to insist on getting a bunch of blocks as well. Now that's what I call defense.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.